Welcome to RotoWire's Fantasy Hockey Quick Hits, where I'll run you through all the latest news from around the league today. Obviously, the biggest thing to come out today is there'll be no game between the Golden Knights and the St. Louis Blues today. That game has been postponed due to COVID concerns within the Vegas organization. Obviously, it goes without saying, make sure to get these guys out of your lineups tonight, be they DFS or season long, so you don't accrue a big zero there. In Montreal, Joel Armia is out of the lineup still as he continues to recover from a concussion. No real indication on when he might be ready to get back. For Washington, the news is all over the board. Obviously, they still have their guys out of the lineup in Alex Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, Orlov, and Samsonov. Now, the interesting thing to get released today is that they're not sure when they might be back. Originally, it was 4 games was the thought, but as it turns out, that's a 4-game minimum. So not totally clear if they'll be ready to play. Tonight's game is the 4th game there. So it'll be interesting to watch, see what happens there. They will get some reinforcements today as Backstrom is back, and he'll be in the lineup today taking on a top-line role. You've got Tom Wilson is a game-time call to be on the right-hand side. That is where he lined up during the morning skate, so that's a good indication he'll be ready to go. Lars Eller out of the lineup tonight. Outside of Washington, you've got Grzelcyk will be back and available for Boston tonight. That's a pretty good bump for them, as you figure he'll be their number 2 power play quarterback. In Dallas, Jamie Benn, Blake Como, both still out of the lineup tonight. Rupe Hintz is a game time decision. I would expect him to take on a top 6 role if he does play. In Detroit, we've got Dylan Larkin, Darren Helm, both game time decisions, though that classification for Larkin seemed a little loose. All indications are that he is expected to play, just calling him a game time decision in case something, some sort of setback or otherwise. Finally, in Pittsburgh, Brian Dumoulin was labeled week to week. So they're already hurt, banged up. Decor gets that much thinner. And the guy they signed this week to help bolster that depth, Yannick Weber, wasn't able to make it in time for tonight's game due to some travel issues. So they will probably go with Kevin Churchman alongside Chad Ruhwedel in their bottom pairing. This could mean astronomical minutes for Chris Letang. We know he likes those big minutes. I wouldn't be shocked if he pushes close to 30 minutes of ice time tonight. Speaking of the Penguins, no confirmation yet as to the starter there, but whoever it is will go up against Yaroslav Halak for the Bruins. We've got Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers against likely Linus Ullmark, but no confirmation out of Buffalo yet. Andre Vasilevsky gets the start for Tampa Bay. I would expect we'll see Peter Mrazek, considering the Canes have been off for almost a week now. There's no reason to expect he wouldn't get the start there. Carter Hart is confirmed in against Scott Wedgwood. They're still, the Devils that is, without Blackwood as he remains in the COVID protocols. We'll have a couple backups going in the Florida-Columbus game as Chris Driedger squares off with Elvis Merzlikins. No confirmation for the Islanders-Washington game, although Vitek Vanacek was in what they deemed the starters crease during the morning skate. Big save, Dave Rittich will go for Calgary tonight, making his first start of the season. Jacob Markstrom has been a workhorse for them to start the year, and I expect that to carry forward unless Rittich has a really solid outing here. He'll face off against Montreal's Carey Price. We've got Jonathan Quick against Kaapo Kähkönen in the LA-Minnesota matchup. Kähkönen, as we have discussed, is going for Cam Talbot, who's injured, although Cam Talbot was on the ice today, so he is nearing a return, which is good news for them. No confirmed starter out of Detroit, but they will face off against Jake Ottinger, making his first career NHL start. He slots in for Anton Khudobin, who's getting a rest night. We've got John Gibson against Darcy Kemper in a West battle. Devin Dubnyk starting over Marty Jones for the Sharks tonight, and he'll face off against Philip Grubauer. Freddie Anderson will go against Mikko Koskinen. And then the last game of the night, Ottawa against Vancouver. No confirmed netminders from that one, but since they just played yesterday, I think it's pretty safe to assume we'll see the other 2 netminders than we did last night. Thanks for checking out RotoWire's Fantasy Quick Hit.